Filming handheld with a smartphone like this is not the most ergonomic thing that you could do. And a comment that I get on a daily basis all day long is smartphone footage looks over sharpened and you can't use that. And we also want that DSLR feeling when filming with our smartphone. The thing that I have in my hand right now is the Shiftcam grip and also the Shiftcam LensUltra set. So in this video, we'll take a closer look at this setup and we will find out if we can turn our smartphone into more of a DSLR style camera. Let's get started. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In case you're new here, I'm super glad to have you. My name is Julian. I'm the creator of Smartphone Filmmaking Pro, and on this channel we talk about making better videos using our smartphone. So in case that's interesting for you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So before we will talk about the LensUltra series, where you get a long-range macro lens, a telephoto lens, a regular macro lens, a fisheye lens, and so much more. You know, this is something very special and in my opinion, probably something that everybody should have in his or her toolkit. So if you decide to order this grip, this is basically what you get. And as you can see, you have a very, ergonomically friendly grip right here. At the top right here, you have a little button. You can hear that, you can click that, and basically you can also connect this grip via Bluetooth to your smartphone so that you can actually also use this button right here to snap your photos or also to start and stop your recording. So how can you use this grip with your smartphone? So what I have right here, this is the iPhone 15 Pro, and I'm also using the Shiftcam 16mm wide angle lens and also their case. And basically, something else that's pretty cool with this grip right here is that it is flexible. So basically you can just stretch it out a little bit. So in case you have, let's say, an iPhone 15 Pro Max, you can also use it with this grip right here. So basically all you need to do, just take your smartphone. As I mentioned before, I'm just using the case right here as well. And then I'm just spreading it into this grip right here, and it fits perfectly fine. And this is very secure and I'm not worrying about it falling out or something like this. And if you're using this for the very first time, make sure that you turn this on. There you have a little button right here. Then a few lights are lighting, and then go into your Bluetooth setting, and then you will find the grip very quickly. Just tap on that, and now both of these, your phone and the grip, they are talking with each other. And now you can basically just use the trigger right here to start and stop your recording or also to take your photos. Besides the Bluetooth functionality, obviously it is also much more comfortable to hold the setup like this, and it's just much more ergonomically friendly. And another thing that is pretty cool, because as you can see right now, I'm just shooting horizontally, but if you wanted to capture something for social media and film vertically, basically all you gotta do, just turn that 90 degrees, maybe bring that up a bit. And now you can also film vertically with this setup, which is something that is very, very cool. So now that we have talked about the grip, let's talk about the add-on lenses and the filters. And first of all, I wanted to answer the question, like, why should you bother using an add-on lens in the first place? And generally speaking, add-on lenses are small, tiny pieces of different pieces of glass, basically, that you can put in front of your smartphone camera's lenses. So basically here you just have like, a screw mount, and the case also has the same thing. Basically, you just align that and then you just screw that in, and then it's secured in and you're basically good to go, and it fits perfectly every time. And by using add-on lenses, basically there's just a completely new world of possibilities opening up. So with the iPhone 15 Pro, for example, you get 3 different lenses. You have an ultra wide angle, a standard, and also a telephoto lens. And with a setup like the Shiftcam Ultra setup, you just have a bunch more opportunities. For example, the one that I have on my phone right now, this is the wide angle lens, and you can just attach that to your 1x lens and you will have a wider field of view. And now you might be thinking, well, Julian, super cool, but why not just use the ultra wide angle lens? And that is a very good question. And the answer for that is pretty simple. The 1x lens of the iPhone always has the best image, as it has the widest open aperture, the most glass, and so on. And by attaching a lens to that 1x lens, and in the end, you're also just getting a bit of a sharper image compared to using the ultra wide angle lens. This is the case actually that you're getting getting if you're going for the big package right here, and it feels super high quality. And now let's talk about some of the other lenses that you also get inside of the box. And I will start with my favorite lenses, and one lens that I just absolutely love using is the 75mm long range macro lens. This is very, very cool, as with this lens you can just get a completely different view to what you usually see from a smartphone. With this lens right here, you have a telephoto perspective. So as it says, it's 75mm, so it's pretty close. And on top of that, it's also a macro lens, so it has a very, very close focal distance. And when using this with a smartphone, you can just create some very unique perspectives and very, very unique shots. And also you get some very nice natural bokeh. And overall, the shots that you can get with this lens, they just look like, completely different to anything that you have ever seen before from a smartphone. The other lenses that I absolutely love are these two lenses right here, and these are the anamorphic lenses. You have the 1.33 and also the 1.55 lenses, and basically this just tells you like how much the image gets squeezed. And when using an anamorphic lens, if you're not familiar with that, this is what they're using in Hollywood to capture all the cinema movies. And this just creates a very unique and very stylized image. And besides that, it also creates these very beautiful horizontal blue J.J. Abrams style lens flares. And it's just a very unique style, and you cannot replicate that with any software. So if you're using them, you will notice it, and you can't replicate that anyhow else. And then there are 3 more lenses in this set right here, and this is the 200-degree fisheye lens. And basically this does what the name says. It basically just applies a fisheye look to your image. You can create some very stylized images for, when using that for music videos or, for whatever that you want to use that. Also super cool to have that in your toolkit. Besides that, they also have this 10x traditional macro lens. You might have seen a lens like this before. Basically, you just attach it to your smartphone, and then you can get super close to your objects and create some very unique perspectives. Comparing this macro lens to the long range macro lens, I think both are very unique, but for me personally, I just love the look of the long range macro lens. But in the end, it always just comes down to personal preference. And then there's one more lens in this setup, and this is the 60mm telephoto lens. And this is also very cool because I think the 3x lens of the iPhone 15 Pro and also the 14 and 13 Pro is just not up to the standard compared to the other 2 lenses. And then having a lens like this that you can put in front of your 1x lens, I think it creates a very high quality image, and I do prefer using this over the built-in 3x lens. Inside this package, you do also get a couple of filters as well, and you have variable ND filters, which are super cool. In case you're not familiar with them, this is basically like sunglasses for your camera. So as you can see, they look very, very dark, and you can change the, the strength of the ND filter just by turning it and just by spinning it basically. And whenever you're filming outside and you want to capture, the correct exposure by also using the correct shutter speed, which should be twice your frame rate, using something like this, something like an ND filter is absolutely crucial. And they do have a couple of different options on how you can mount this to your smartphone. So for example, the one that I have in my hand right now, you can basically just screw this directly into your case itself. Then we have another option, which is this one right here. This is specifically for the anamorphic lenses. Basically, you can just attach that to the top or to the front of the lens, put that in, and now you can use your anamorphic lens with an ND filter as well. And you can of course also attach these filters to the front of all the other lenses. Basically just, screw this, placeholder basically here down, and then attach that to the front of the lens. And basically you can be using all the different filters with all the different lenses, which is really, really cool. And besides the ND filter, you do also get a CPL filter, which stands for circular polarizer. And this basically filters out all the polarized light. So whenever you're filming outside on a bright sunny day, you can make your blues pop and, make them even bluer than it actually already is. You can make the green screener, and you can also get rid of some reflections and so on. So in total, I think this is a very complete and very cool package. One thing that you should consider whenever you're using add-on lenses, and especially when you're using anamorphic lenses, make sure that you turn off the internal stabilization, as you might get some weird, jitters, and you might see the inside of the lens and so on. So whenever you're using add-on lenses, just turn off the internal stabilization. I have mostly been using the Blackmagic video app, and there you can turn off the stabilization just super quickly and super fast. Huge thanks to Shiftcam for sending these lenses over my way and for supporting the channel. But as always, everything that I'm saying in this video and also in all the other videos is 100% my true and honest opinion. They did not tell me what I have to say, and they also don't see this video up front. So in case you have any more questions, make sure to let me know. And in case you have not seen the video where I'm giving a complete walkthrough through the brand new Blackmagic video app, then make sure to click this video over there.